Months of quiet, genuine work can come down to a single transaction, and that transaction is the most dangerous one you will ever sign. The claim. You qualified the honest way, you waited, and now the tokens are finally there to collect, and this is the exact moment someone is waiting to take them instead. Claiming is not the reward at the end of the work, it is the riskiest step in the whole process. The one moment when your excitement is highest and the drainer is most certain you will be careless. This is the defensive version of claiming: how to verify where you are, check what you are signing, and get your tokens without handing them to a stranger. I run real proxy and cloud phone farms for a living, and I treat airdrop farming as operations, not a lottery, which means I treat the claim like any high-risk deployment, slowly and with checks. None of this is financial advice, and nothing here guarantees you a claim or a token. It is only the discipline that keeps the value you already earned from evaporating at the finish line. The claim is the riskiest click. It helps to understand why the claim specifically is where people lose everything. Every earlier step is low stakes. You are using a product and exploring features, and the mistake there costs little. The claim is different because it is the first time real value is in front of you, and the specific action is required to collect it. That combination, real money plus a required signature plus genuine excitement, is precisely the setup every drain is built around. The danger was never in the farming. It was always waiting at the finish line where people stop being careful. Drainers arrive with the announcement. Fake claim pages do not appear late. They appear immediately, often within minutes of a drop being announced. The moment a project says tokens are claimable, a wave of copycat sites, ads, and direct messages goes out, all pointing at pages that mirror the real one closely enough to pass a glance. These are drainer sites, built to turn your claim into a theft. They rank in search, buy the ad slot above the real link, and flood every reply, counting on you grabbing the first plausible link in the rush. Assume the loudest, easiest link is the trap. Navigate to the source yourself. The habit that defeats most of this is refusing to use any link that came to you, and navigating to the source yourself instead. A bookmark you saved earlier, the project site typed the way you always reach it, the verified channel you followed months ago. Not the link in a reply, not the ad, not the direct message, not the top search result, all of which get gamed. When a claim is announced, reach the project's real presence the way you already know how, and let it hand you the URL, not a stranger. What a verified channel really means. It is worth being precise about what a verified channel is, because scammers imitate those too. It is the project's own site that you reached independently, the account it links to from that site, the documentation it publishes, cross-referenced so no single compromised account can fool you. Social accounts get hijacked, and the real project account posting a malicious link during a takeover has happened more than once. That is why you confirm the same claim details across more than one official surface, rather than trusting a lone post because it carried the right name. Read the URL, but do not trust it alone. Once you are on a claim page, the URL is your first check, though not your last. Read the domain slowly, character by character, because lookalike domains swap a letter or use a character that nearly resembles the real one, and the hurried glance reads them as correct. A padlock in the bar means the connection is encrypted, nothing more. It is not a mark of honesty, and the drainer site can show one just as easily. So read the address deliberately, but understand that a matching URL is necessary and not sufficient, because what you actually care about sits one layer deeper in the contract you are about to touch. The contract address is the real name. Here is the shift that separates careful claimers from hopeful ones. The real identity of a claim is not its website and not its URL. It is the contract address your transaction interacts with. A website is only a front end, and anyone can build one that looks official and points your signature at a malicious contract. The address of the claim contract is the part that cannot be faked, because it either matches what the project published or it does not. So the question is never just, does this page look right? It is, does this page send me to the exact contract the project named? But how to actually check a contract? Checking that is more boring than hard. A project running a real claim publishes the claim contract address in its own documentation and announcement. and your job is to confirm the address your wallet is about to interact with matches that published one. You can look the address up on a block explorer, see whether the contract is verified and whether it lines up with the official source. It takes a couple of minutes, and those minutes are the cheapest insurance you will ever buy against a drain, because a page can lie about everything except which contract it routes your signature to. Read what the transaction does. When you finally go to sign, read what the transaction is actually asking for, rather than clicking to make the pop-up disappear. A genuine claim is usually a simple call that sends your tokens to you, and it should read like that. What should make you freeze is a claim page that instead asks you to approve one of your existing tokens, because collecting a free distribution rarely needs standing access to what you already hold. If the action does not match the plain idea of claiming tokens to yourself, that mismatch is the warning, and rejecting it costs you nothing. Signatures are not harmless. The subtler trap is the signature that is not a transaction at all. Some drains never send a transaction. They simply ask you to sign a message, an off-chain approval that costs no gas and shows no warning, yet authorizes someone to move your tokens or your NFT holdings. A request to sign to verify your wallet or confirm your claim can, in the wrong context, be the authorization that empties you. Because signing feels lighter than spending, people do it far too readily. Treat every signature request as seriously as a transaction, and refuse to sign anything whose purpose you cannot state plainly. Let the wallet simulate it. This is where a wallet that simulates transactions earns its place. A capable wallet shows you, before you commit, what a signature or transaction will actually do, which tokens leave, and whether this claim is really a claim or a disguised transfer out that turns an opaque request into a readable outcome at the decisive moment. When the simulation says a token is about to leave a wallet that should not move, that is your stop signs. And the feature is wasted if you click through anyway. Let the tool show you. And believe it, claim through a wallet with little to lose. A structural defense that costs almost nothing is choosing which wallet does the risky part, where you can claim into or through a fresh wallet holding little beyond what you are claiming, so that if the page is a drainer, the blast radius is a nearly empty wallet, not your holdings. When the wallet that actually qualified is one that holds real value, the caution goes up, not down. Put it behind a hardware device, so nothing moves without a physical confirmation you control, and verify the contract twice. The more a wallet has to lose, the slower the claim should be. Revoke after you claim. Finishing the claim is not the end of the security work, because a claim, even a legitimate one, can leave a standing approval behind. After you claim, review the approvals that wallet has granted and revoke anything it no longer needs, using a tool that lists every active approval so you can cancel the ones left open. This is ordinary maintenance, and doing it as a habit after any claim closes doors before anyone walks through them. An approval you revoked is a theft that can no longer happen, which is the whole reason the step exists. Urgency is engineered. Nearly every trap here runs on manufactured urgency. Claim now before the window closes. Only a few hours left. Act fast or forfeit your allocations. That pressure is deliberate, because hurry is the enemy of every check in this video. And the countdown exists to make you skip the URL reading, the contract verifications, the simulations. A genuine distribution does not evaporate in 5 minutes. And a real claim window is not a stopwatch engineered to panic you. So treat urgency itself as a signal, and let it slow you down rather than speed you up, because slowing down is what the trap cannot survive. Nothing Legionepet charges you to claim. One blunt variant deserves naming plainly. A claim that asks you to first send a fee, a deposit, or a small unlock payment before it releases your tokens is a drain, without exception. Real distributions do not require you to pay to receive them, beyond the ordinary network gas of a claim transaction you initiate yourself. Any page demanding an advance payment to release a reward is simply taking that payment and giving nothing back. The moment a claim asks you to send funds first, rather than to sign a genuine claim to yourself, stop, because that request has no honest version in it. The seed phrase lines. The brightest line of all, worth repeating, is the seed phrase. Nothing legitimate ever asks for it. not a claim page, not support, not a wallet verification, not a connection step, not ever. A seed phrase request is not a risk to weigh. It is a guaranteed loss, because whoever holds it owns the wallet permanently. No genuine claim needs it, and no explanation for why they need it is real. If anything, anywhere, for any reason, asks you to enter your seed phrase to claim, it is a drain with total certainty, and the only move is to close the page. If you fear you were hit, if you think you interacted with a bad page, speed matters. Revoke any approvals you may have granted from a device you trust as fast as you can. Move whatever remains from the affected wallet to a safe one if it is safe to do so, without compounding the mistake in a panic. And most on-chain theft is irreversible, which is why every check before signing carries the weight it does. There is no support line that reverses it, and anyone offering to recover your stolen funds for a fee is almost always a second drain hunting the freshly desperate. I farm these the boring, methodical way and write up what actually qualifies, and the full guides are at airdropfarming.org, along with the checklists and tools I use to verify a claim contract and revoke approvals, with no hype and nothing here being financial advice. If you want the operator view of this, safety treated as the foundation it is, and none of the guaranteed riches nonsense, that is the channel. Claiming safely comes down to a handful of reflexes. Navigate to the source yourself and never trust the link that came to you. Verify the contract address, not just the website. Read what you sign and let your wallet simulate it. Claim through a wallet with little to lose. Revoke when you are done, and treat urgency as the warning it is. Do that every time, and the riskiest moment in airdrop farming becomes just another boring transaction. Because the worst way to lose a drop is to do all the honest work and then sign it away at the last step.